Welcome to Her Story Beyond the Sale, the podcast that celebrates the incredible journeys of women in network marketing. I'm your host, Lori Hart, and I'm here to share the empowering stories of women who have risen in this dynamic field. Whether you're taking your first step or scaling new heights, this is your space to learn, grow, and be inspired. Join us as we explore the paths to financial freedom, the joy of working from the comfort of your home, and the power of breaking through barriers. Together, we'll discover how network marketing is more than just a profession. It's a journey to transforming lives. Well, hey, everybody. Happy Friday. How are you? Lori Hart here. I'm so excited to have this guest on today. Her name is Renee Carbone Fleming. She is absolutely amazing, and I'm so excited to get to learn more about Renee here with you guys today. As you know, my guests are typically people that I don't know yet, and I love to get to know them along with you here live. Fun fact, I found out that Renee lives probably, I think Rhode Island might be the next state from Massachusetts. So we are neighbors. We are sisters. We're going to sound a lot alike. So that will be cool for you all today, because typically I'm interviewing someone that lives in the South, and then you've got my Boston accent, Renee. So Renee, I would love to have you just tell us a little bit about your background and your journey into network marketing.
Okay, great. So, hi, thank you so much for
Welcome.
having me. Excited to be here with everyone. So yes, I started my direct selling business just over 10 years ago. I had lost around 200 pounds and I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. His name is Steven. And the dotted line, whoo, 200-pound weight loss.
I love
Um,
it.
but I joke about it now, but after a 17-year marriage, I wasn't planning or expecting to get divorced. And
Mhm.
at the time, my children were 12 and 9. I direct sales was not in my wheelhouse. In a previous world, I was a director of purchasing for a national distributor. I had the corporate job, stay-at-home mom, wanted to be home with the kids. And then when the divorce happened, I was like, okay, I need to do something, but I really wanted something um, that would allow me to be mom. And like many women who get into this industry, it's for those reasons. It's for that freedom and flexibility to do whatever the hell we want when we want to do it.
Mhm.
So I got into direct selling and I am still here, same company. I've built over a $12 million sales organization. I freaking love what I do. I love helping women. Now I'm branching into multiple things because I just feel like enough people need to know the opportunity here. So I love sharing, like my tagline now is I unapologetically inspire moms over 40 to build their fuck it fund and unleash their inner badass queen. So
I love that. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that so much. And I'm so glad that you touched on that piece, because I didn't even know that about you. But I'm finding more and more women, right? It's almost like what happens, life happens for us, not to us. So when you think about things like divorce, think about like, oh my gosh, if that didn't happen to you, you may or may not have even dipped your toe into this world, right? Like
right.
it probably wasn't in your wheelhouse.
No.
And to look at you now as a successful woman who's running a $12 million, I don't even know the number, but I think that's it, sales organization, right? Like, can you even imagine someone approaching you now to say, Renee, would you take a look at my little thing that I'm doing on the side? Like, they would be afraid to talk to you because look at where you are now. And
But
that's
that's the crazy thing is like I always look at, right? Like we know we've built a business, right? And
mhm,
you're very successful in yours as well.
mhm,
When I started, I looked at those other people that were at the top like, "Oh my god, they're untouchable.
yeah,
Look at those rock stars." We're just real freaking women. We're just doing
exactly.
what we do, like,
Yeah.
and just sharing it. There's no secret sauce. There's no magic wand. There's no.
Oh,
We're we're just too stubborn to give up. So,
yeah.
and that was the thing that really drove me in the beginning because there's a lot of negativity towards perhaps this industry,
Mhm.
network marketing, direct selling, and I may not have had the most supportive people in my realm,
Mhm.
and particularly going through a divorce. I didn't think I could tie my shoes without him, and I wrote 2 words on a Post-it note, and I put it all over my office. I am one stubborn Italian, but I
Mhm.
put 2 words all over Post-it notes all over my office saying, "Watch me," because I was like, "Oh, yeah? You don't think I could do it? Watch
Yeah.
me." Like,
Yeah.
I know I can count on me. I can't
Yeah.
count on anyone else. That
Yeah.
is proven in my life. I can't count on anyone else to do anything for me. I
Mhm.
can count on me, and I know what I bring to the table, and I know the work ethic that I have. So it's like from there and just being, stubborn, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, let's
Yeah.
do.
I love that. And and that's really who wins in network marketing are the women that don't give up, the women that take that no every single day and say, you know what, I'm going to pivot and figure out a better way tomorrow. And it's
Yeah.
okay to do that. And I'm sure that you've had a lot of challenges to overcome during your 17 years in network marketing. But my point is, if it wasn't for the divorce, could you have seen yourself doing what you're doing now? Um, would you have done something different? And what appealed to you most about the network marketing piece? Was it that you could be home with the babies or that you could literally make an income that would be watch me sky high blow it off the roof? What was appealing to you?
You know what? It started off just to allow my daughters to continue to live the lifestyle that
Yeah.
we wanted them to live. That's how it started off. I
Yeah.
didn't get into this thinking I could
Yeah.
build a business, right?
Mhm.
I didn't know if I could sell anything from, indirect sales. I didn't
Yeah.
know if people would trust that. And but then as I had those little bits of successes, right? Once you have those little tastes of it's like, oh, I could do this,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god,
like
going to
goals.
meet other people, and I'm like, like, I love on them, but I'm going, we're all doing the same thing, like,
Yeah.
I why not me?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a journey before I, put that determination to go like, "Okay, now really watch what I can do," right? But,
Yeah. Yeah.
in the beginning, it was just like, "Watch me so I can pay my bills,"
And the reason I asked that and the reason I touched on that again is because some people come in for product and some people don't even care what the product is. They're just like, ooh, a business that I can do from home and be with my kids. Let me add it. So I
Yeah,
was curious if it was more something that you were like, because a lot of people will have an experience like you did with Steven, signing on the dotted line, losing the weight. People are noticing it just inadvertently happens. They're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, Renee?
yeah,
And then if not, it's also the, hey, I want to build a business and I'm looking into this and OMG, I could
right.
do that. Like that was my experience. I was a hairdresser for 30 years and a friend of mine pulled me to their house. It was a guy. He said, "You've got to meet my wife. I don't know what it is about you, but you have something that I don't know, she's doing this thing and I think you could do it." So I went to this guy's house and I met his wife. And that for me, back 23 years ago, I was like, stay home, make that kind of money, have friends that are like-minded that have goals. I like it. Sign me up. I didn't know it wasn't a product that I fell in love with, if that makes sense. It was
And
more
mine was
the
the
business.
product.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
fell in love with the product and I was like, "Oh my gosh, how do I
Yes.
get in on this?" I'm like,
Yes.
"Can I really do this?"
Yeah.
But I was like, "Worst case, I'm gonna buy it for me and hopefully
Yeah.
get a discount along the way."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I love that. So what would you say, like, no, in the beginning back then, 17 years ago, I think it's a little bit
10 years
different.
ago. Sorry, it was 10 years ago that I
Oh,
started this after a
10 years.
17-year divorce, 17-year
Got it.
marriage.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Sorry. So 10 years ago was network marketing. You must have been hearing, oh, what is she doing? Is that a scam? Is that a scheme? Or did that happen to you quite a bit in your own network?
Oh, absolutely. And, back then we were strictly in person. I was
Yeah.
doing just strictly home parties.
Mhm.
And social media, we were back then we didn't know better.
Yeah.
And we were just like throwing sales flyers up on social
Right.
media, like, things that have evolved. So, um,
Yes.
yeah, but a lot of people were, that's a scam, it's
Yeah.
multi-level marketing, it's a Ponzi scheme, like all of those negativities. And
Yeah.
I just let them like, "Look, I'm not here to convince someone,
Mhm.
but I can show them."
Exactly.
So, I would ask them, "If I can show you or help you see this in a different light, would you be willing to learn more?"
Yeah, I
And
love that. That's a great question, honestly. Would you be willing to learn more?
I mean,
Like,
that's it. And if they're not, it's okay. Like I'm good. First of all, I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea, which is totally okay because I love coffee.
well, you're my cup of tea, and I like
Well,
coffee
we're
too.
each other's cup of tea, so we're good. But I know I'm not the person for everyone.
Mhm,
I know perhaps my company's not the
mhm,
company for everyone,
mhm.
but I know everyone can do it.
Yeah, yeah,
If
and I
they're
love
willing
that.
to learn, then okay. Like, but if not, it's okay. Like, love on me, wish me luck, and I'll
Yeah,
be off on my way.
yeah,
Totally.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love that you said that because nowadays there are so many companies to look at and so many people are interested. Their passions lie in such different things. And so we're lucky to have the paths that we have in the pioneers that are starting these companies as long as they're good and as long as you do your due diligence and check out the background and all of that. Go for it if you find something that you love. What would you say have been like after getting past that? Because I know a lot of women hesitate. First of all, they hear that their friend, no, you shouldn't do that. You're going to, the fears and they get past that piece. But what would you say was your keys of success to getting through the negativity, just moving forward? Or did you have to do a lot of self-development and personal growth after coming out of the 17-year marriage where you just didn't feel your
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said, I always have this like moving forward. There are plenty of times where I'm like, I'm quitting.
yeah.
I'm gonna quit. Like it's happened. And the longer you do this, the more often you say you're gonna quit, right?
Every day.
Because the easiest thing to do is to get a job, just over broke, and somebody tell you you're gonna do this for this versus going through the trials and the tribulations of building a business,
Mhm,
going through the millions of objections that you have as a small business owner, as an entrepreneur.
mhm,
It, but the coming out of it, like not even coming out of it, but going through it, the lessons that I learned, I get chills and goosebumps. The lessons that my children learned watching me.
mhm,
I mean, I am so proud of my girls, and they are incredible human beings. They are goal setters. And once they get that goal, like the reward, we talked about that all through my career, right? They knew that if mommy was working, we're going to do this. Like, this would be a goal. Like, what do you want to get,
mhm.
after I achieve XYZ? Because I tried to keep it. I was a single mom, and I tried to keep that, you
Yeah,
know, with us. Like, even though mom's earning a free trip,
yeah,
to wherever, sorry, can't go, but maybe I can use some of those funds along the way to
yeah,
help us and like let's do something fun together, right? So it was always a celebratory thing. And I think the lessons that I've learned throughout, and it's helped me. I mean, I think you could tell I'm pretty outgoing. I can't say I've always been this way, but I definitely have grown into the woman that I'm meant to be,
yeah.
right?
Oh, I
Grown
feel
into
I feel that way so strongly and so wholeheartedly. Everything that you just said, my daughters are going to be 27 this year and 20. And my daughter came home this week with a book by Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you know who he is in network marketing or not, he manifests and just he's amazing, amazing. And also Atomic Habits. And if I told her to buy those books, she probably would not,
right, right.
but she's watching what mom does, right? And I'm hoping that she's like, and to me, that's probably the greatest gift that I've gotten out of this is seeing my children evolve and know. And what you just talked about was that work-life balance.
Mm,
Girls, like they've seen me go on many trips without them, but
yep.
we come back nicer moms. Like, do we not?
Absolutely.
Your
Like, I
goal.
realized, and that was the thing, I had never, prior to getting into direct sales, I never, when I was married, never did the girls' trips.
Mhm.
Never had a girls' weekend away. I was mom first because it was always like, is my husband gonna babysit the kids? And I always felt bad, like, leaving them.
Yeah.
Then when I started earning trips, I was like, "I don't care if they're going in the crate." No, I'm kidding,
Yeah.
I'm not
No,
doing
I
that.
get. No, no,
But
I
I
get.
was just like, "I earned a free trip, holy moly, I am going." Like,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
move mountains and make it happen. Yeah.
What has been your favorite free trip you've earned?
Probably Alaska.
Wow, that's a cool one.
Oh, no. Oh, can I change? So,
Yeah, no,
oh,
go.
Austria.
Austria, really, that's so cool. And
So
how many women are home right now, like going, man, I can't even imagine going to the next state over for a 3-day weekend. Like, these are some of the things that, gosh, network marketing for me and the passion that lies inside of me. I mean, I just got to go to Atlantis for the first time. We've been to Ishkaret now twice this past 2 years because of my company.
right.
I just can't imagine, like, and I can hear flack from friends going, "She's leaving again."
Right.
Yes, she's leaving again. She's growing. She's
Right.
growing. How about good for you? And
Mhm.
so
Yep.
sometimes I don't know if it's, I wish I could do that too. What I've found is hurt people hurt and they hurt in the most unappealing ways because they want to hurt us. And
Mhm.
really they want what you have, right, Renee? So I don't know if that's something you've experienced just with people in general, but I just want to help women understand that they could find people that are so like-minded,
Yep.
that want to do the things they want to do, grow beyond their wildest measures, show
Right.
their kids the things that we get to do and can do. And talking about goal setting, you just said that I would say to my kids, hey, mommy's going to work for this goal. And if
Mhm.
I hit this goal, then guess what? We get to do this,
Yep. Yep.
right? Yeah. So that's so cool. I love that you went to Austria. What was that like? How many did you get to go to that trip? Did
There
you have
was
a crowd?
7 of us,
Yeah.
7 of us in the country that earned that, and then
Wow.
that allowed me to then, extend the vacation into Italy, and it was just beautiful, and I just ate and drank my way through the country,
Oh
you know,
boy, we're gonna
last
talk later.
right. But yeah, after 10 years, it's been like 20 trips. And the
Yeah.
same thing, people look at it like, "Oh, here she goes on another one,"
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Yep.
But what they don't see, because 'cause they're like, "Oh, of course she's gonna earn it," right?
Right.
I have to do the same work as a brand new consultant.
Yeah.
My
Yep.
goal is, yes, I know, because I know I can count on me. I know I'm gonna do the work that it takes to
Mhm.
earn the trip because I
Right.
love free travel. Why not
Yeah.
travel for free, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
But the excitement that I get when a team member earns it, and if I had anything to do with her journey in earning it, it just makes
Yes.
me feel so good. And then once she experienced, she's like, "Holy moly, you're not kidding, Renee! Like this is really a great." I'm like, "I know. I've been trying to
Yeah.
tell you."
Yeah.
I had
I
somebody
love
who
that.
me after like 6 years of
Yeah.
watching me. So
Yeah.
people watch, they see, and it might not be the right time for them, but
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
hopefully everyone realizes that there's an opportunity in this
Yes.
industry. It's
Yes.
finding the right company, it's
Mhm.
finding the right people,
Mhm.
and then doing the work, but it's not
Yeah.
rocket science.
And that's the truth. This is an industry. Just like going to school, I tell my new people, it's like you got to go to school to be a doctor, you got to go to school to be a lawyer, you got to go to school, you've got to learn a little bit, but anybody can do this with the right hunger and the right desire and the right will, as
Mhm.
long as they don't give up or quit. And so I let and it goes for any company. What
Yeah.
are some of your favorite milestones? Like, so you've earned trips. Is it? Can anything else you can speak on that you've gotten to do or experience? I was listening to something today about life's experiences really help you grow? Anything you've experienced in
Ton,
network marketing? Okay.
ton. I mean,
Give it to us, girlfriend.
besides like the tangible things that I earned, like,
Yes.
free
Yeah.
BMW and a
Yeah.
great six-figure income and all that
Yeah.
stuff. That's wonderful.
Yes.
But this opened up the door. I started supporting pageants and pageant organizations
Mhm.
years ago. And a funny story that I just have to share.
Yeah.
I unapologetically I love Real Housewives. Okay,
Yeah.
I just own it. It's my guilty pleasure. I watch it. Okay, so I remember when I was married years ago. Somebody may not approved or joked with me the fact that I liked Real Housewives,
Yeah.
whatever. But I love Bravo. And then I saw a commercial on Bravo that they were doing a new show called Game of Crowns. And I was like, what's this? And it's adult women in the pageant world. And I was like, well, this looks like a train wreck. Let me watch this too. And it turns out it was really amusing, but I recognized some people. And anyway, they're women in the pageant world. And they were local in New England.
Mhm.
So I was like, well, they would love what I have. So I did research. I contacted the director. I ended up sponsoring those pageants, and then that led me to sponsor other pageants, which
Wow.
led me to sponsor as being the official sponsor of the Miss America organization for like 3 years. I did that. I sponsored at the national, state, local level. That led me into sponsoring the Miss Volunteer America. If you know Rascal Flats,
Yeah.
Jay DeMarcus, his wife, Allison DeMarcus, created a national organization called Miss Volunteer America. And I
Wow.
work with her and I sponsor them at the national, state, and local. And I sponsor contestants and directors and the whole thing. So, but this business led me to that, which is so
Yeah.
much fun. And then walking on the red carpet and going to Global Beauty Award. It's like
Love
something
it.
going like, oh my God, I'm
Yeah.
a mom from
Yeah.
Massachusetts just trying to help my kids make sure that they, live the life that I wanted them to live. And it's been able to give me those experiences, giving my brand new car to my 16-year-old, my oldest daughter, when she got her license
Yeah.
because I earned a free car. I don't
Yeah.
care what I drive, but I
Yeah.
earned a free car and I was able to give her a car.
Yeah.
Like, as
I
a
love
single mom, these things are like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
This is what you're doing is you're inspiring other people of what could be. So I say pour it out, let it out because guess what?
yeah,
You earned a free car. I just earned a free Range Rover this year. Like I'm driving a free car. My both of my daughters are like, "Who gets the car?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know yet. We'll see who gets the car." But my point is, our achievements really should be other people's like, okay, if they can do it,
yeah,
they're just two regular moms. Both
yeah,
of them live in Massachusetts. So I want people to say what their achievements are, their milestones. I want people to know what's possible because I think some people still think, oh, that little thing that you do.
right,
No, look at that little thing, what it opened up for you, like volunteering and people are building orphanages with money that they're earning from network marketing. People are building schools with money there, and those are things that we don't talk about because we feel if we do, we're bragging. And it's not about bragging, it's about look what's possible.
right,
I
right.
used to have this friend in a company that I was in years ago, and she kept talking about building wells in I don't know where, Africa, maybe Uganda. I'm not quite sure. Forgive me on that. But I looked into it because I was like, why does she want to build these wells? They're 50,000 a piece. She had a goal to build maybe 50. And when I finally looked it up, it was because those women leave their village every morning to go get water and they get raped and killed along the way. You're lucky if they come back home. So if she didn't start network marketing, her
Mm,
organization would have never been founded. And you know what I mean? I just feel like,
yeah,
why are we holding back? Like,
right,
I'm sick of playing small and looking small because of
yeah,
somebody else's fear of they can't do something. Well, get up, pull up your big girl pants and take the first step and figure it out. I
yeah,
had to go in blind. I was a 27-year-old single mom with a 3-year-old, and I'm like, what do I do? Okay,
right,
tell me, I will follow. I
yeah,
want to have what you have. Teach me. And I was open to learning, but at least I was open and at least I let myself fail forward till I had to. Now I got it, right?
right, right,
So thank you for sharing that. I mean, I think that's amazing. Like,
yeah.
how fun working in beauty pageants. And so, what advice or what first of all, who is your favorite inspirer for you? Like who inspires you the most? Who lights you up? Who do you read? Who do you listen to? Because I think personal development is another reason why women are afraid to jump in because they're afraid of what their friends are going to say, what their husband might say, what society might say, what their mother-in-law might say, what you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
everyone is concerned about what others think, right? And I don't know if it's for me, it's because of my age, what I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm older than dirt. But as you go through life, right, you kind of get to the point where I just don't it is what it is. If
yeah,
I'm gonna do me for
yeah,
me, right? By me. So no one else is paying those bills or doing anything. But I get inspiration all over the place from, Sideways Sisters to, listening to podcasts. I mean, of course, we've got, Gold Digger, Kimberly Olsen,
yeah,
we've got Gary Vaynerchuk. I always mispronounce his last name. John Maxwell. Like I listen to so many different things and there's Melanie Mitchell. There's so many people that I just try to consume
yeah,
as much as possible when I can, right?
yeah, yeah,
Um, and know that it's okay to learn from others, right? And that was the other thing, not just learning from your company. Like it's
yeah,
okay to go explore and learn other people's methods
mhm,
and maybe tools and strategies that could help you, right? But yeah, I get inspiration all over the place. I am like I just don't stop. That's just the way I'm built. So I'm always scrolling, and if I'm scrolling, I'm listening, and then I'm
yeah,
learning, I'm taking notes, and you know,
yeah.
notes everywhere. Yeah.
I love that. I've been lately into Jamie Kern Lima. She's what came to our company this past December. She created It Cosmetics, and I knew nothing about her because I don't really watch a lot of TV, and I don't. It's not something I do, but or I don't consume a lot of social media. I we create content. Typically,
Mhm.
we don't get. I try not to get stuck in the scroll. Anyway, she's amazing, and the amount of no's she got before she sold her company to become be over $1 billion was just beyond crazy. Nobody even wanted to have a model that looked like her, had skin like her. They
Yeah.
kept knowing her to death until she was basically bankrupt. And so her story is really cool. Any future advice for somebody, or any advice for somebody who might be like kind of looking into a business and they're just kind of torn? Is it for me? Can I do it? Do you have any advice for that girl? Gosh, can you imagine Renee being like 25, 26, 27 again and knowing what you know right now? Like, oh, even
I
in high school, even an 18-year-old.
I wish I knew that this was a real financial opportunity.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wish I knew that this was a real self-development opportunity. And anybody who's tinkering, who's thought about it, it's like, look, what do you got to lose? Right? Just I ask that to everybody that wants to end up joining me. What do you have to lose?
Yeah.
What's the worst thing that will happen if you do nothing?
Hmm.
You did nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not this, just try it. Like Nike says, just do it, right? Rip the band-aid, just do it. But if you're aligned with somebody who you can learn from and get
Yeah.
training from, like you had said, we were trainable, we were coachable,
Hmm.
and we had the desire. My girlfriend says that she has the PhD, passion, heart, and desire. We
Oh,
have a PhD in our direct selling and network marketing business, right?
yeah.
I have passion, heart, and desire. If you have that, then giddy up. Now,
Yeah.
the other thing too is you don't necessarily need somebody,
Hmm.
because if you have the PhD,
Hmm.
everything is figure outable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. There's a book on that.
Right? But everything, so you can find the trainings, you can find the people, you can find the education to go do it. It's not, it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. And that's the other thing that I love about this industry. If you were to open up any other type of business, you're
Mhm.
talking thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars of investment.
Yeah.
Inventory, space, shipping, the whole thing. You
Mhm.
align yourself with a direct selling and network marketing company that's in a category that you're passionate about, it's minimal investment.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus you get all your support. You get everything you need. I'm looking at brick and mortar businesses lately and I'm going, is it even worth it at this? Because you've got to be there 7 days a week or have somebody
Right,
staffed. You have
right.
got to be there morning, noon, and night, 7 days a week, or have somebody else staffed
That you trust,
that you trust, right? Oh God, that's hard these days to find.
right?
It's hard to find somebody to just come in and work for trading time for money. Never mind trust them.
No, I know.
You can't get employees.
No, no.
So, I mean, I don't know. Do people work harder for themselves or harder for other people? I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah.
Uh, but we are definitely starting to take a turn in the economy, and people are going to be looking for something. And you know what? Even if you have something, you should always have something else. I've always said that,
Without.
like, you
Mhm.
don't build something else when you're in the middle of financial crisis and like on the ground in a fetal position. You need to build this when you
Yes,
are rocking and rolling and busy and you got things going on,
yes,
you know?
yes. Because
Yeah.
that's the great thing about this business is you can, for the most part, you can do most everything from your phone.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, you could do everything from your phone. Okay, one last question. What do you have coming up or exciting or something fun to look forward to that you want to let people know about, or where can they find you and follow you?
Fantastic. So very easy. You can follow me on social media at Renee Carbone Fleming. I have my Badass Queens Unleashed, which I'm really excited to. I have launched digital products and trainings. I have a great ultimate Badass Queens blueprint to build a six-figure income. And that I'm really excited about because I really wanted to put in training and tips and strategies to help that busy mom that's working a full-time job
Hmm.
learn some new tips and tools that they can work literally 5 hours a week with these strategies and tools to earn thousands of dollars a month. So I love that. I love being a resource to others. And again, if I'm your cup of tea, come follow me, learn more. I do some free training and training and tips online as well. So they can certainly follow me there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I feel
You
like I could talk to
too.
you all afternoon, but
I know.
believe 30 minutes is up already. I can't believe it. Well,
No,
thank you. I'm going to have you back hopefully another time. I can't wait to keep an eye on you and see what happens. And it's been so nice to get to know you here, Renee, today. So thank you, everybody, so much for joining in to another episode of Her Story Beyond the Sale. I love that title because we're so much more than a sale, you guys. Like, I can't say it enough. There is a person behind that sale, and there's a person when I think of the word sale, I think, and here I go again on another tangent, but what I think about is sharing something you love. Like, who
Right.
doesn't tell about a good book or a good movie or a good restaurant that they were at?
Right.
Like, this is what us women do.
This
So,
is what we do. We're just trying to help others.
yeah, that's it. Right. So, thank
Yeah.
you so much for joining
Thank
us in
you.
this episode of Her Story Beyond the Sale. And I love you. And we'll talk again soon.
Love
Goodbye,
you. Thank you,
everybody.
Laura.
Bye bye. Thank you for joining us on Her Story Beyond the Sale. I'm Lori Hart, and it has been a pleasure bringing you the stories that light the way in network marketing. Remember, this journey is about breaking free from the glass ceiling, creating time, embracing financial independence, and building a life that resonates with your dreams. Do not let fear hold you back. Your story is waiting to be written. Until next time, keep rising, keep inspiring, and keep creating your story in the world of network marketing.